Yeah. Hi, it's me again.
Sorry.
Yeah, sure. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Eh, yeah.
And probably like
So
2 hours.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
all.
So I watched the last two matches of like the final day, which is the one of the semi-finals and then the finals. Yeah, that's about it. Like, what time did it start? Like for us, I wasn't like 1 a.m. Oh, yeah, that explains it. Okay, yeah. I got up at like I don't know 7, which is like I didn't wake up to watch it. I just always wake up at that time. So yeah, managed to catch that. Yeah, pretty. Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah. Was yeah. Yeah. I also woke up early like last year, but I don't know this year I just wasn't feeling it. I guess I'm getting old or something. Eh, well, no, you're not. I think you're like 25. Yeah, so you're older than me. Oh, yeah. You said younger. Uh, Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, total. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's like it's only 3 games, right? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I guess. Uh. Yeah. Pretty impressive. Yeah. Yeah. Sharky. He beat Hydrant, right? Yeah. Pretty crazy.
Just like you said, it's very insane. How is that high for just a losing score?
Yeah. Wait, you said 5 out of 16 total. Is it total losing score average? Oh, average. Ah, so like total would be like 1.5. Right. Ah, oh yeah. Yeah, wait, three 600K transitions in a row. Pretty crazy. Is Doge one of the big, like 13? Or yeah. uh,
Nope.
Yeah, well, couple
Well,
of
I guess it's just
early
better
talk.
stacking.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah, I think so too. Yeah, yeah. Mm. A42. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's too bad like some other Dash players couldn't make it. Like Tugi, like I don't know, why he couldn't make it this year. Like Quaid also. Yeah, apparently he like I don't know, got a new job or something. Yeah, that's what I heard during the stream. Yeah. Uh, yeah, yeah,
It's quite insane because Hydran was the one who got a rollover, and Sharky, he's like a very good dance player. So compared, yeah, I would have expected Hydran to win just because, you know, playstyle. But now that I see them, I think that Das may actually have a chance to probably get a little bit higher now.
So like, hmm, he he did top out in game 1 and game 3, right? In like level 19. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Eric would like get to the like around semifinals, probably rematch, but yeah, it's quite surprising that he was eliminated in the very first round. Yeah.
Wait, so like these 800Ks, did they die in kill screen or like at the start or oh yeah. uh, yeah. Okay, I mean yeah. Yeah, I mean he gets the same pieces as Corsa, so he can't blame the pieces as much, you know. Like he's tapping, right? Yeah. Mm. At least Eric played better than his qual, right? Like, yeah, yeah. At least he put on a decent fight. No.
Oh, Kim Wong.
Hey.
I
Sorry. Had a very late night.
Wait, do you play? You play in the TCWC?
Yeah, I did. Score attack.
Oh,
I got fourth place, bronze bracket.
nice.
Okay, sorry. Back to the main point that
Yeah.
we're here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Maybe they're just getting 600k before transition, and then just die. You know. Yeah. So for the upsets, right? So these are the players that won their brackets. Ah. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, and like the core system is kind of, outdated nowadays. So yeah, it's not really. It doesn't really tell you their skill like that accurately. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this was a yeah, I watched this match. Yeah, this was a reverse sweep, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, any reverse sweep at such a high level is definitely, something to behold.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm just noticing the transition scores are not that high. Yeah, kind of interesting. Maybe it's just worse RNG. Like, cause it looks like somewhat like correlated between the two of them. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, that's. Uh, I don't think I watched this. Yeah, it is pretty unfortunate. Yeah. I mean, he's a roller, so you can't. Yeah. 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 Was there a lot of like kill screen play in this? Or was it mostly before 29?
He wants
Yep.
to get the highest possible transition.
Yeah, what was the seed? Oh, 7th seed. And he faced dog in what round of 16? Wow. Oh yeah, because dog had like not very high seed, right? Was it? 10th. Oh. Oh, 30. I thought he was like younger than that. I don't know. Like, yeah. Yeah. 20-year-old veteran who can roll. I mean, dog did it.
I
Right?
mean, we have.
Yeah.
Nutrition
Yeah.
says the pressure is on.
Yeah.
The pressure's on you. 13, 13, come on, 13.
Yep.
Wait,
Yeah,
what did you say again?
you have to win CTWC next year.
Yeah, you need to win CTWC next year.
You,
CWC win.
Sorry, what?
Squiddy had like a PB of like 4 million, and I mean, I guess
shoot.
he didn't really play much in CTM or anything. But yeah, it's not like he came completely out of nowhere. Like I guess just not much like comp play that we've seen from him.
Oh,
Is he also a roller? Definitely. I'm actually kind of surprised we haven't seen any 1.3s yet. Yeah, this is yeah. Wait, 3.4 million, right?
I
Who did
mean,
he play
even
against? Well, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Like, yeah,
it's
mm,
really unexpected, right? This kind of things. Yeah, and I sorry, I think even transition, well, it works definitely work well for some people, but not others. It's I mean, yeah, that's really just my thoughts about this. You never know what's gonna happen in transition. Yes. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
yeah, this, yeah. Oh, they both got to 37. Yeah, yeah, cause I remember like last year, Capo got 1.2 against Eric, like, but it was like only like at 29, and then Eric just lined out forever, and he beat him in that game. But yeah, now it's super kill screen, so not so easy to beat a 1.2. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you just get those games. You like misdrop at the worst possible time. Or like, I don't know, you don't get the bar when you need it. Yeah. He even beat his like K-Box final score as he transitioned already.
Yep.
Yeah. 1.27. Oh,
Wow, look at that.
694 transition. Oh yeah, that was me. Right. Yeah. Did he manage to climb back up to 90% after level 22? Yeah. And this is just one game, right? Like game one. Yeah.
Rat.
Well,
I
mean,
just realized I was muted. Thanks,
Oh.
Josh.
I mean, a tournament's on the line here. You gotta play your best.
I just realized my Twitch mic was off
Oh dear.
Wait, since when?
since the start.
Wait,
Oh no!
And I wasn't recording. Oh, jeez.
wait,
It's fine.
wait, that's actually kinda yikes.
How long have you been streaming for? 10 minutes? 15 minutes?
40 minutes.
30 minutes. Oh my gosh.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's
Yeah.
embarrassing.
It's okay. I made the same mistake the last time. Don't worry.
Okay, well we still have a lot of tournament left
Well,
ahead of
yeah,
us,
at least
so
we have a lot to say
let's just
afterwards.
soldier
But
on.
now, I guess now I can speak hi. Oh, that's so embarrassing. Man, I'll be honest. This week has been a bad week for me, like mentally wise, and this pretty much sums it up.
Uh,
Ah,
Yeah, it's-
jeez.
Unfortunate.
My goodness. Well, I guess I can say it now. Welcome to the Bejeweled Podcast, everyone.
Okay, let's just look on the bright side. Uh, uh,
I got nothing.
yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, bright side is at least the VOD is still up.
Yep, that too. Yeah.
At least
So-
you could still hear the rest of. Wait, you can't hear.
Well, no, here's the thing. You guys would be talking, but I wouldn't be talking.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe they could like infer what you were saying, maybe like from the slides and what our responses were.
Yeah, I mean, probably, hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's so embarrassing, but I guess I'll take it. I mean, to reiterate what I said for this slide, boy, like, Eyeball maxed out every score and yet still did not win. Got swept and that's not usual for an actual game. Which is why I was like, wow, like you look at eyeball scores and you just got a feel for him having to face against Fractal.
I mean, it
Yeah.
is Fractal after all. It's like, you know, I remember seeing a comment, it said someone saying that, hey, if whoever goes up against Jonas in the first round has to get some prize or something, like as consolation.
Oh, ouch.
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah. Oh, just one of
Yeah,
those
but if they
times.
don't want to face Jonas, they shouldn't have seeded last.
Yeah,
Right.
that too. Yeah.
Lol. But yeah, it's still incredible to think
Yeah.
of that kind of performance. And it's still not enough. But of course we know why in due time. Alright, next one, now that I actually have a voice. Miles versus Scoot. Actually, before I go there, I forgot to mention something. Dangler versus Rhubarb, actually. Dangler, of course, being Noah. Funny thing is that Noah, he was addressed as Noah in the Big 13 video, but his real name he dresses up was Dangler. All 3 games Rhubarb lost to were also max outs. Like, Dangler maxed out every game that he won in.
Were they like 1.0 or like?
I
higher
don't
than
remember,
that?
honestly. I didn't track that. But they were quite high.
Yeah.
And very respectable at that. Alright, next one to note is top 16 highlight number 3. Miles versus Scooty. I think we all know why. But before I go to that, at the same time, it was Opox versus Sitnev, the number 1 seed. Sitnev actually lost the first game by a kill screen Tetris. He missed a kill screen Tetris at level 38, and that was it.
Was it Neff?
Yeah, he actually
Oh.
showed that he was human.
Ah, right.
As unbelievable as some people might think, honestly, because Sitnev honestly played out of his skin this weekend.
She, by the way.
She played out of her skin throughout the entire weekend.
Would they have like gone into 39?
Yeah, I know. No game went to level 39 until top 8, as you'll see in a moment. Which is, again, crazy to think about, but it's still amazing to see the scores. One thing to know, of course, Scooty versus Miles, now that we're getting into it. Game 1, it was so close. Like, I actually tracked the differential between those 2 players. It never went above 3 Tetrises throughout the 19 transition.
That's quite impressive, actually.
Yeah, it was that close throughout the match, and then till the end, Scooty just turned another level. And hey, look, look, Lancelet, still no 1.3.
Yes, I noticed.
It's another 1.4.
So were they like almost equal into kill screen or?
They were
was
already
Scooty
at
a
skill
bit ahead?
screen. I think this was like level 33 that they topped out. Game 2, not really much. Then Game 3, oh boy, Game 3 was a biggie. Like, low transition scores, low kill screen scores as well. And then Miles just came out of nowhere. I'm pretty sure he has it highlighted on his Instagram or something like that. He got a clutch row 6 dirty kill screen Tetris at level 34 to beat Scooty in that game.
I need to go and see that.
Like, he
How
actually
many-
was like very messy, but he managed to somehow get a Tetris on row 6 or row 7, one of the two, and it was so crazy. Like, even Scooty was shocked to see it. And I think the crowd reaction was much bigger than any of the other games thus far. Any other reaction to any other game throughout the tournament thus far.
I can't believe I missed all this action because I had to sleep instead. What a loser.
I mean, I was asleep too, buddy. You're not alone.
Yeah. Too bad about game 4 though.
Game 4 was a bummer for Miles. Like, he really didn't have much to give against Scooty, but Scooty just turned on another level this session. But one thing I'd like to point out, you'll notice that, like, Game 1 he won, Game 2 he won, going straight away for Scooty. He was not really under as much pressure, honestly. Like, he wasn't, like, a game down until, if I remember correctly, the last match that he played. So for a
Right.
rookie, that's a key thing when they don't have as much pressure. They can actually easily shine because it's like, oh, they don't not make people expect that much of them, but they're still winning. So it's just like, okay, I'll just do my thing and see what happens. And Scooty just took it to a whole new level this year.
It's always amazing to see like that just pure newcomers come in and just wreck the whole scene just like that.
Oh,
It-
indeed.
It's always a great thing to see.
Indeed, indeed. Alright, next game I want to take note of is... Actually, no. I actually went into top 8 finally. So for top 8 to finals, I've actually tabulated the stats for every game. And these stats are crazy. Out of the 7 people who got eliminated, 6 of them had a total losing score of more than 3 mil. And again, that's at least a max out per game. And speaking of max outs, there were only 4 games that were not sent to max out, and only 2 overall games that did not go to a kill screen.
This is how many games?
Individual games, there should be a total of... Oh, actually, hang on, let me do the math real quick. Hang on, I actually know the number somewhat. 3, 6, 10, 14, 17, 21, 26, 52 games in total. And 4 of them were not maxed out. And then 26 games like PvP games, only 2 of them did not go to kill screen. Which is insane to see, like, man, now we need a kill screen to prove who's the winner. And then, of course, we see that the super kill screen was implemented this year. It really changed the way people were playing this year, and it showed that they had to be aggressive basically in order to win.
I mean, it was the main issue when they first realized that, hey, the rollers could play past the kill screen. And they were like, hey, you know, in theory they could play forever, and like score a few thousand points at one go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's what Eric had to do to win his games against Fractal when he topped out.
Yeah. I guess to an extent, I guess it's a good thing, the super kill screen, I would say. It completely changes the meta of the game.
Yeah, I agree at that, and I think Nutrisic can agree with that too. Nutrisic?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I thought you were completely zonked out.
You good there? You good there, Nutrisi Asset?
Nutrisic!
Yeah.
Jeez, like, I like how you just like not responding and just like, you know, also like,
he's playing a game. Yeah, are you playing a game right now?
No.
No? Okay.
I think he just has a lot of ping.
Maybe, we'll see. It's okay.
Is it not exam period for you, Dean? Nutrisi Asset? Oh, you finished all your exams already?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
That's good for you.
Yeah,
It's so
congrats.
It's only October.
Yeah, I mean, for my kids, their exams end this Wednesday.
Not like your children, right? You know, it's just the kids that you teach, right? Just to clarify.
I was hoping none of you would say that. That's the kids in my class.
Wow.
Anyways. Enough of that said, let's go into the actual matches. First one was Alex T, number 8 seed versus Sidnef, the number 1 seed. This is a rematch of last year's top 16 match where Sidnef sweat Alex T. I mean, Alex T was too aggressive last year. This year, way more controlled, and yet it was still not enough.
Yeah, he probably went too safe.
Really? Would you say that?
Not too safe, but like he wasn't really that aggressive, but more controlled.
Alright, let's take a look at these stats. Like, firstly, game 1, as you can see, the scores are Alex T with hey, guess what? Another not 1.3 unlancelet.
Oh.
When will it come? It
You
will come.
choose these. Did you choose these matches just to spite me?
I mean, it's just funny to know that we saw 1.3 and it's like, no 1.3, it's just all 1.4s.
Did you plan this?
No, like, I'll be honest, I'm actually quite surprised there was no 1.3 until now.
wow,
This commentary
okay.
was on the fly. Anyways, back to it. Alex team with a 1.4, and that, honestly, we saw his reaction. Like, boy, he was so pumped up after getting that against Sitnev.
I heard he like fell off his chair or something at some point.
Oh, what?
Was it during this match?
Maybe, I don't remember, but then again, this was his last match, so maybe.
Okay, maybe not for. I don't know. He just like fell or something. Yeah.
I don't know. But
Right.
here's the thing. He actually at the time, I can see why he said that. He actually held the record for a brief moment in terms of super kill screen score. That was a 1.48, which was actually breaking, I think it was Scooty or Miles' score, if I'm not mistaken, at the time. So, that's why he got hyped at the time. But of course,
sorry.
go ahead.
Maybe about CTWC score like this year's
This year's.
during the tournament. Oh.
Yeah, this year. It was
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. And like other than that, all his other scores are also pretty
I mean,
good.
yeah, all maxed out again and still did not win. Like, that's just how insane that is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he did like must have topped out in like kill screen, like right.
Yeah,
He didn't, like,
I believe
kills,
I believe the second, third game he topped out early, and then fourth game, he topped out early, and Sinnet finished the chase down. One thing to note though for game 2, I feel like Alex T really could have done some damage on the kill screen, but he had a bad board and a bad, not good board, and also a bad drought that really ruined his kill screen play. As you can see, that 28-piece drought into the kill screen was not fun for him.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that, like, after all this like time with rolling, like the players are still having trouble surviving on 29. Like it's just that hard, even with 30 hertz, like rolling.
Well, here's the thing though, that they are trying to be more aggressive, and they're trying to wait for
Yeah.
I-bars just to get Tetrises, and when an I-bar doesn't come, it's actually very, very hard to survive a drought on kill screen when you're trying to go for a Tetris.
Yeah, I mean, but like ideally, you would be able to like just burn and survive, like you do on 19. Yeah, it just goes to show how, like how much more difficult it is. Like just that 2 times speed increase.
I mean, RNG also was quite brutal this year.
Yeah.
Actually, the commentators have noted that this year's RNG was absolutely brutal. A lot of droughts.
I need to go.
Wait, what did you just say?
Oh. He had to go somewhere. I don't.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she had to leave. Oh, yeah, looks like it.
Oh.
Oh, just three
Hopefully
of us
he'll
now.
come back soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Next thing, the next game was the one next to it, actually. Huff versus Scooty. Scooty continues his dream debut in CTWC. While Huff, well, we know him as the 2021 runner-up. So, I would say this was his, Scooty's first big test, I would say. And boy, Cheese Huff. Really put up a show, but really couldn't deliver when he needed to. Scooty, though, I mean, I wouldn't say he was pressured, honestly, because he did tie 1-1 after game 2, but honestly, it was just Huff not being able to get the job done, as you can see in game 3. Now, he had a bad misdraw of 35 that actually costed his board, and he wasn't able to recover from it. I believe it was a 5-tap attempt to the left that just did not go through.
Kill screen games.
I believe all of them were kill screen games. I'm
Oh
saying.
goodness.
I said for only 4 of them were not kill screen. Wait, only 2 games did not go to kill screen, and none of them were these.
Well, I mean, honestly, I think. Well, for one, it shows how far the scene has gotten, and number 2, our little Scooty here. Wow. Yeah, that's just wow.
Yeah, and for Scooty, I would say that game 4 was the pivotal game. nearing transition, I mean, at transition, he actually had very bad pieces and misdrop, I think, once. And he actually had to scramble just to survive. And boy, had he not done that, I felt like things could have easily swung to Huff's camp, honestly. Like, Huff could have easily won if Scooty did not win Game 4, in my opinion.
I see. Is Scooty a roller?
Yeah, he's a roller.
Yeah.
And for
I see.
me,
I mean,
that
yeah.
dig at level 19, 20, 21 is what is the reason he won the match against Huff, in my opinion. They like to say Tetris is... you know what? In bowling, they like to say strikes make the show, spares to make the dough. I say this. Tetris is to make the show, but digs and survival to make the dough. And boy, did it make good dough for him.
Just doesn't make that show takes make that dough.
You know, like, you score high to get
Yeah.
able to get qualify high, but when it comes to the matches themselves, you need to be able to dig in order to,
Yeah.
win the game
Yeah.
sometimes. And honestly, that's a great example right there with Scooty's performance at that game.
I mean, you could just not misdrop and
But
not have to dig.
I mean, still, whenever
Troubles
like there's
with
unfortunate pieces, like might have to misdrop or dead drop pieces, and it's the survival that will define a person's capabilities. And as we saw from Scooty, he definitely had those capabilities.
Having troubles with misdrop pieces? Well, don't.
But how about pieces that don't go your way?
Just just keep your double well open so you can burn them.
I mean, for a
Something.
13-year-old to have that and be able to manage manage the pressure, manage the his emotions throughout that dig, maturity beyond his years. And I am very scared to figure out what he could do next year.
Yeah. I mean, he would have still been in it if he lost. So
I mean,
I
still,
guess
I feel
not
like the
that much
momentum
better.
was swung to his camp because that would be the
Yeah.
first time he could have gone eliminated.
yeah,
So that's hence why I say these kind of things about Scooty. His poise, memorable and admirable. Next match note, unfortunately not as strong of a match to talk about. Dangler versus Dog, and boy, Noah had a bad time. Let's just say.
yeah. Ouch.
Goodness, wow, that first game.
Remember how I said there were 2 games that did not go to kill screen?
Kill screen.
Yeah, that game did not even go to a level 19 transition.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah.
Hence why Dangler had one of the lowest losing scores in total, and as you can see, he got absolutely swept like dog, which was unfortunate. But I mean, as you mentioned, such things happen, and fortunately for Noah, that was 2 games to kill screen that really were quite poor.
Wait, you said Adam instead of Noah.
That's why I corrected myself and said Noah
yeah,
afterwards.
yeah, that's pretty funny. I don't know, like from the Bible.
I don't know. I for some reason my head is just thinking Adam Sandler, so it's like Noah Dangler.
Oh, thought it was like
that just
Adam from the Bible, instead of Noah from the Bible.
I mean,
Well,
that could be my thoughts. I don't know. That's just
You know,
funny.
Sandler.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking. Anyway,
Wait. So, sorry, this game tree thing, the record transition.
oh yeah, look at Dog's transition, 699k.
Oh.
Like what?
record 720k or something like that.
712k. You can see there.
Yeah.
Um,
Last year.
It's literally one Tetris away from record.
Yeah, and then for Dangler, I mean the transition 18 to 1928, honestly was very poor. It was quite bad, and then honestly, it really costed him that game. And I felt like he could have done way better with that piece set. Granted, I know he was 130k of behind Dog, so he had to try and be more aggressive. But that doesn't really excuse the fact that he really did not play as well on the during 1928.
Yeah, it happens, I guess.
Yeah. And the last game that I mentioned, and boy was this a big one, Fractal versus Pixel Andy.
Oh wow, what
What happened to
scores?
Pixel Andy?
Look at these
Hey,
scores.
1.3. 1.3.
Yeah, yay, 1.3 finally, but guess what it got beaten by?
By a
1.7.
1.7. Wow.
Yeah, now, okay, so for
Wait.
Renegade, this was a rematch of Top 4 2022, Fractal winning it by 3-1. This year, boy, Fractal was not
Oh, wait.
messing
Alan
around.
Bot. Hello, Alan Bot. Are you gonna say something or just stay muted?
Oh my god, is Alan finally here? Oh my god, Alan actually is here, crying out loud.
Hey, Alan.
Hey, Alan.
Say something.
Let me see the stats. But yeah, no, you can see these scores. Like, first game, Pixel Andy barely lost. And boy, this was honestly, I feel like this was the game changer. Pixel Andy could have won game 1. He was 0.88 Tetrises behind in level, I think it was 36. He misdrops an eyepiece one tack too late. If he got on the Tetris, he would have won game 1. And for me, that was the game changer, because you can see what happened right after.
Awesome, messed him up real good there.
Yeah, game 2, it went to level 38, and there were 8 kill screen Tetrises for Fractal, so that was a new record at the time. But boy, game 3, I actually had to highlight this game in particular, as you'll see from the stats. 1.7 mil score from Fractal is now the new world record for a super kill screen game.
Oh, yeah, wow. 660 after 29. Is that... I don't know what the limit is. If like you get all Tetrises.
Wait, all Tetrises for which one?
After 29.
There's a possibility of 1,080,000 points, if I remember correctly.
So like what? Was this a 60 something Tetris rate on kill screen?
Yes. Before I go there, I'd like to point out that Fractal actually already rolled over the score when Andy topped out. As you can see here, 1.6 million and 12 Tetris, kill screen Tetrises when Andy topped out. But I like to point out something. Notice his kill screen score. It was his highest transition part. It was higher than his level 18 gameplay. Apparently he plays better on kill screen. We might as well just start a kill screen and Fractal will just win everything.
You mean like the Tetris rate?
Well, no,
Or-
like his kill screen score. Like that 661k was his score he got during kill screen.
Oh yeah.
And
I
which
get
was
it.
higher than before level 19.
I mean, I guess you get more points per line on kill screen.
Now here's the thing. Do you
Right.
see his transition score was 500k? The maximum you can get transition, if I remember correctly, was about 700, 800k. Imagine what would have happened if he gotten a better level 19, 28 play. This could have been a 2 mil score, potentially.
Well,
I think record for like
Is there a first in a tournament?
I mean, that's the world record, 1.7 mil in competition.
In competition?
Like,
okay.
yeah.
Sorry.
It took
Yes.
a
I
CTM,
think
I'm not too sure
sorry.
though, honestly.
Sorry. Lance wants to say something.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I think like the world record for score into level 39 for like just for like anyone is like 1.9 from like Eric. Right. He got it at like some like regional tournament or something. I don't remember which one.
Man, insane. That's just incredible.
It's okay. We're waiting for Alan Bot next year, CTSC.
Yes.
2 mil. Come on.
He already has 2 mil.
As
He
in,
just
like,
needs to
competition
do it
play.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I hear your keyboard, Alan. Bot.
But the other thing to note is that Pixel I think did not play bad. Like if I go back to the previous slide, you can see his scores 1.2, 1.1, 1.3. That would easily be any other competitor, just not Fractal apparently that day.
I mean, in Masters, 1.2, 1.1, 1.3 probably can't win like half the opponents.
Which
I
is
mean,
crazy, right,
This
Alan?
point is like 1.4 average, and like 20 people can do it. So like,
Yeah.
it's just a lot of people don't go to CTWC at this point.
Yeah.
Even I have a 1.3 game average, so like it's not very impressive.
I mean,
Whoa,
I mean,
whoa.
yeah, I mean,
I
World
think-
Championship context, Alan. In World Championship context.
No, but I think it's important to note that it's same P sets anyways, right? So
Yeah.
there's not much. Basically, at high level gameplay, the scores are very similar just due to the fact that they get the bars at the same time. So if they get more bars, then they'll just get higher score. Because at this point, most players can play consistently enough to kill screen that there won't be like 1 or 2 Tetrises of each other. So like there's actually not much leeway to win or lose.
Oh yeah,
Which is-
indeed.
True, actually. Yeah. I never thought about it that way.
Because everyone gets the same bars, right? And at a high level, people don't get to dicks that much. So basically, the amount of Tetrises you get are just limited by how many bars you get. And since both players get the same bars, then their effective efficiency is also very similar. So that's why you don't see that big of a score difference unless people get into dicks. And usually the best part is it only happens on 18. It doesn't happen past 18, which is actually why 18 is still very important. But some players are really good at 18, like Sidnef and SV. And
Fractal.
sometimes they can capitalize on it, but sometimes it doesn't really matter also.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, like for like this game specifically, like I don't know, like Fractal got like extra 400k more than Andy,
Yeah.
which is like maybe it's an outlier. I don't know.
Yeah. That's true. Interesting in the chat is in the chat he mentioned first rollover. Yeah, this actually is the very first rollover score we've seen as well. 1.7 mil. Like we didn't even need 1.6. We got up to 1.7 with the super kill screen, which is so crazy. And the one key thing to know, I actually talked to this about Nutrice beforehand, before the stream. Fractal got 14 kill screen Tetrises. If you do the math, that's 56 lines, more than half of the kill screen in Tetrises.
Wait, but this is like entirely RNG dependent.
I mean, still,
Also-
it's still crazy to know that he was
Also,
able to
like-
play. Like, I think James, not James Chen, Chris Tang made the comment when he was playing that he was playing 29 like it's 19 with a column 10 well. That's just how great he is at playing kill screen there.
But like after level 35, right? If he has like a 200, 300k lead already, then like he has no reason to like stat pad, right? I mean he has every reason to stat pad. Like as soon as he gets past like 300k with 30 lines to go, he can just go full aggressive because he's gonna win anyways. So like
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's
part of it is really pure RNG because like 14 Tetrises is possible after like with 29 it's after you get the first few Tetrises you kind of coast with the RNG. Then as soon as RNG gives you a long drought, then you're done you're done for.
And it just happened that that day, at that game, he had very good RNG, you're saying.
Yeah, and also probably because Andy at that point, Andy can't make up the deficit after like 35 basically because he's at like 1.2.
True.
So there's not much Andy can do either. So Fractal also doesn't have any care in the world, so he'll probably go full aggro.
When Andy
I
topped
mean-
out, he had a 370k deficit with, I think, 3 levels to go. I think about 25 lines. 6 Tetrises was not going to be enough.
Which kind of explains why Fractal could get such a high score.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Yeah.
I think it's going to be very rare before we see like double 1.6, double 1.7. That it's probably not gonna happen because 1.6 and 1.7 are only gonna happen like at the point where exactly one person has topped out and the other player has no like care in the world to go. Because it's one thing to score high, it's another to win matches, right?
Note to
And
myself.
especially
Oh god.
yeah, in kill screen now in the new era, you play exactly how your opponent plays. So if your opponent goes slowly or burns, you also follow that. You don't try to get one step ahead of them. Then as soon as you get to the last few levels, then you all chung. But
Yeah.
so I think it's gonna be a while before we see a double 1.6 because it's really hard.
Note to
I mean,
self,
we
clip this moment, and then once 1.6 happens next year, then I can eat his mouth. I don't know.
I mean, we did see double 1.6 in CTM, which
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess that's different.
Yeah,
This is
true.
all
But
good.
in before it happens next year, now that Alan has mentioned it.
Yeah.
I mean, we gotta realize that CTM and CTWC are two very different things. Like the circumstances around both tournaments. You know, I lose CTM this month, I can come again next month. You know, but CTWC, if I lose it this year, I have to wait another year.
Exactly. I think that's the really big thing about CTWC that people have to realize. It happens once a year, and I feel like the pressure is a bit more when you are about to lose compared to CTM.
And there's like the crowd and stuff.
Oh yeah, that too. Knowing
Yeah.
that it's a physical
Yeah, like-
tournament, not like an online tournament. Oh.
Like you're thinking about like the cost of your hotel and your plane tickets. You know.
Unless you're Dan QZ, where he's like, oh, I just came here just to pay off my hotel bill.
Was he here this year?
No, Dan QZ was not here this year.
Or you know, I just came to qualify. Silly.
Exactly. But still,
I think you know, I think a lot of people. Whoa, what was that sound?
I'm gonna guess it is thunder going on Alan's side, because admittedly there's
Okay.
also thunder on my side a bit.
Yeah, there was on my
Yeah.
side too. But yeah, anyway, I remember. I think a lot of people were asking where a lot of the OG players, you know, like before the scene
Go
blew
down
up,
on my-
2017-ish, 2018-ish. They were wondering where all the players like you know, Joseph Saley. I forgot who else they asked about. I forgot. But yeah, they.
Bad Boy did come back.
Oh, he did.
So at least there's one. Matt Martin did come back. Alan Bot, no, not Alan Bot. Alan himself, Alan Q, I don't think he came back.
Okay, sorry, Alan Bot. We're waiting for you to go to CTWC, man.
Be the new Alan.
Come on.
Anyways, on to the next. Now we're going to the semifinals, and Sitnev takes on Scooty. Boy, that's a tall ask if you ask Scooty, but he definitely was up to the task. Game 1, I need to mention, horrendous RNG in the first 16 lines. I can tell you right now, I was looking at that game, and boy, there was some bad pieces. It wasn't even like bad placements. They were placing it bad. It was just bad RNG overall, but they managed to survive it. Game 2 speaks for itself. I'll talk that about later. Game 3, there was actually a moment where there was a 48-piece trout followed by a 25-piece trout. So there was like one piece, piece throughout 74 pieces in total. Which you rarely see that kind of droughts, but this year has been the year of droughts. More so than last year, I feel like. And then game, then game 3, I'd like to point out that Scooty actually had the eyepiece at 28 to lose. That actually was the other game that did not go to kill screen. So after this match, here on forward, everything's going to be kill screen, guys. Then game 4, we had a brutal level 19 transition RNG, but they both managed to get through. And the one thing I also noticed was that Scooty, for the first time, I think either throughout the entire Tetris tournament, or like just this game itself, or this match itself, I should say, he actually was ahead in pieces compared to Sitnev, and I'm wondering that actually if that played a bit of a disadvantage for him, because I did notice he does tend to screen look a lot more than the other players. Like, what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch it, so can't say for sure. Wait, so was this the first time he was ever ahead of pieces?
Yeah, I felt like
But
he
just this-
was. I felt like he was like, you know, behind on pieces than his opponent, because usually his opponent would be the one to burn a little bit more and get ahead. This was the first time, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken, he was the one that had to burn more and be at ahead.
In game 4,
Yeah, in game 4.
he's like 2 lines ahead. Yeah, I mean,
No,
they're both on the same.
piece sets, not lines.
I mean, lines is all that matters. The P sets doesn't really matter for kill screen.
Well, no, what I
Because-
mean is like when he was like screen looking, Alan.
I mean, I think people screen look to see board state more than to get bar timing, because like board state is like the most important to see how you should play out.
Yeah.
So as long as they're on the same level, it's what matters. If you're ahead in a few levels, then that's where some problems arise.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense,
Because
makes
like
sense.
you can build up to row 20, right, and take like 50 more pieces. But if you're still on the same
Row
line count,
20.
it doesn't affect how you play. You just need to know. I think the line count is the most important.
Hmm.
But I also think just younger people like the screen look more because it looks cool or something.
Man, I mean, don't do Scooty like that. I mean, in all seriousness, yeah, I agree with those statements. All the more. One thing to note, by the way, it's not as though Scooty played bad. Like, you see all max outs mostly. I mean, mostly they were like low 1.1s or high 1.0s, but like much lower than usually that he will get. But that game too, which I'm gonna mention right now, look at these scores. Scooty, of course, having the second rollover score this year, and this was actually the very first double super kill screen game. Both went to double kill screen. And then the aggression-wise, you can see how aggressive they both still play. I mean, Scooty with a 400k kill screen, which is actually quite impressive. I'd say the maximum score on second kill screen is 1.08 mil, so that's almost halfway. That was almost halfway there for Scooty. This is also where I like to point out something. If I'm not mistaken, this is Sidnev's first okay, how to say this? This was actually Sidnev's only like second or third game that went to kill screen for him because most of his opponents didn't already play as well. And honestly, when I looked at his kill screen Tetris rates, I felt like he was not as strong compared to other players. But that might just be me. I'm not too sure about how you guys feel about that.
Is she, by the way, again?
I don't know how to feel about it either, cause like, if you go back to the overview, the match overview, right? Your match overview slides, I think I saw that how would I put it? Yeah, it's really close. I mean, at this level, two Tetrises, the difference is not much. It's not big not too big of a difference. They went in transition. So I guess they messed up. Someone messed up during the. Either one of them messed up during the level 19 or past the kill screen. They all went to kill screen, right?
All these matches went to kill screen except for game 3.
I mean, which is still impressive to get that score on game 3 just that casually. Yeah. Any interesting asset, welcome back.
I also just noticed that he came back, which is nice. Got the whole gang finally.
Nev is the best aggressive 29 player in the world.
Ah,
Ooh.
No, like
interesting.
legitimately, they are
So
the
which
best.
means, I mean, pretty much means that any
It's
game that goes
just-
into 29.
Yeah, it's just they're really good at aggressively attacking in a way that they can burn. They have like every pace world record past 29. Like, I think it comes down to the strategy you play at CTWC, because their skill is not really what determines it. It's just the way that they handle the matches. Because obviously Sinef is going for a more conservative approach, just win the match, right? But Scooty is going for a pure high score, so they'll do whatever they think is the best. So like, even though they are like the way Sinef plays kill screen is like more conservative in CTWC, I think currently right now they're probably still the best aggressive 29 player. I mean, so actually it doesn't really matter much. CTWC is just a completely different competition.
That's true. That's true.
Would you say
Yep.
possibly could also be like, just the idea of like you want to at least try to keep yourself alive, like relatively alive, so that you don't actually top out like prematurely? That also caused that lower scores for Sinef?
I mean, the strategy is just to either survive until your opponent tops out or score higher than your opponent. And the optimal strat is to just like be like not more than 1 or 2 Tetrises behind and copy your opponent's playstyle. So if they burn, then you burn. If they get a Tetris, you get a Tetris. Then when it's the last 30 lines, then you just go ham.
So you're
Then
saying
that's
there's a
what makes the difference.
new way to screen look that will be more optimal compared to just piece looking.
I mean, nobody does piece looking screen look anymore because it's a bit irrelevant with 29.
Wow. Okay.
But the again, there's like 2 ways to win a match, right? One is to score higher, the other is to do what is needed to win the match. which is why you see the win margin sometimes are just a few thousand, or like, yeah, just a few thousand, because they're just waiting for their opponents to top out and then they can overtake the score.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's actually very insightful, honestly. Thank you, Alan. All right. Oh yeah, cute little thing. I remember seeing that actually the screen looked at level 37, and his face was quite funny. It was just like he was just that shocked to see him Squiddy so far ahead at the time. It was quite funny. All right, now for the other semifinal. It's the Fractal versus the two-time world champion Dog. Funny thing enough, I believe this is the first time those two went against each other. In CTWC, at least.
Oh, CTWC.
Yeah.
They faced each other a lot of times.
Yeah, but not in CTWC until just then. So this was a first-time match. I mean, game one, as you see right there, low scoring pace due to Brad RNG. I remember, yeah, I mean, they had quite bad until about 60, 70 lines, if I remember correctly. Dog, you can see there, the 454k transition and 493 transition. I feel like his 18 play is still kind of not as strong compared to some of the other players. Like, especially if you look at game 2, like, you see the transition score difference. Like, Fractal had 90k more entering transition.
Dog switched to rolling, right?
Dog did
Yeah.
indeed switch to rolling.
Yeah, you can't get to top 4 without rolling nowadays.
I mean, true that.
Well,
But no, in all seriousness, I mean, to see that another case of max out ain't enough is right in front of you. And then game 3, boy, game 3 was an exciting one to watch near the end. Dog actually did a very cheeky tuck, and then Fractal for some reason decided to flex at a level 22 tuck with an insane T-tuck at level 22. And then level 30, which was kill screen, Dog managed a 4-tap to the right, followed by a T-tuck, so he had to press left, and then a 5-tap right after to the left. All that consecutively, which was honestly, the dexterity he had then was admirable. Granted, I know he had a setup to be able to tap all the way to the left after he did the tuck, but still.
I mean, looking at the scores, like at face value, I do agree with you. That, you know, maybe to an extent, who am I to say that Dog sucks? But at level 18, but yeah, they're at this high of a level of play. You know, yeah, really, every single line counts, every single score counts, and I think
Yeah.
even on 18, yeah.
I mean, now that I think about it, you see the trend, like the discrepancy in transition. I think it's actually quite more obvious than the rest. Like Fractal 50, like the differences between Fractal and Dawn with transition in between the 3 games: 50k, 85k, 59k. Well, I think those are like 2 to 3 Tetrises at level 20, level 19. So already we see that Fractal managed to get a nice head start already over Dog in each of the games, and that kind of allowed him to gain some momentum, in my opinion.
Makes sense. I mean, hey, it's Fractal, so what do we expect?
I mean, yeah, it is also Fractal. Dog honestly really had an uphill task against Fractal, considering we know Fractal, the godfather of the glitch colors, if I'm not mistaken. Well, at least on PAL. I know it was Eric who got the glitch colors on NTSC, excuse me. But still. Alright, and now, you know what time it is. Finals. And this time I analyze every single game, so you guys get to see all the stats. Starting out, boy, we started off strong, don't we, guys?
It was a sweep, right? Was it a sweep? It was not a sweep, right?
It
I
was,
saw
it was.
okay. It was kind of a sweep. You'll see later.
Okay.
Sidnev right out of the gate with a win, but look at this, back-to-back 1.4 mils. I mean, I know Alan mentioned about how because of the same piece, I usually see very close scores, but boy, these were close till the end. I believe this was also. Oh, actually, wait. Actually, no, this was not double. This was not super kill screen. This was actually right before it. Like Fractal had to be more aggressive, try to like catch up. But unfortunately, pieces didn't fall his way. But you just see these scores; they're just crazy. With Sidnev almost,
RNG must be horrible.
yeah, with Sidnev almost beating his level 81928 score with his kill screen score. You can see there, 420k versus 458k.
Yeah, I think Fractal had a very bad pulse. Like, actually, it's not that bad, but it's 60k less than Sidness.
Well, yeah, I mean, true
And it's
96k.
probably due to a dig or two.
Yeah,
And it's like,
probably.
you can see by the kill screen they get the same amount of Tetrises, which kind of indicates how like there
Yeah.
wasn't that much of a difference on kill screen. So it's probably and also Fractal's transition is higher, so I think the post is what made the difference in that game.
Yeah, exactly. I
I
agree.
think Fractal was misdropping quite a bit on.
Yeah,
In fact, you can see
exactly.
there that Fractal actually had the lead, but because of the transition to level 19, like the level 1928, he actually was behind afterwards. So that actually made the difference, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
All right, on to game 2, and we have, well, a game that actually barely made it to kill screen, actually. You can see Fractal with 0 points on kill screen, but that's just because he topped out almost immediately. Like, his board was quite dirty entering it. But otherwise, boy, Sinef maintaining 600k transition right there, 621k in this time. Very impressive play from him. Excuse me, sorry.
Yeah, it's the first time we are seeing the 0 at kill screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, to be
It's
fair,
gonna be a
Sinef
first time
topped
for
out
everything.
because like he already won the game, so that's why it's low. But it was just quite shocking to see like an early top out in kill screen for Fractal. Usually you won't see that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I guess his board was like bad or something.
it was messy. I remember it was quite messy in 229. Honestly, he really didn't have much room to put pieces in. But yet, I mean, yeah, you can see as well, both level transition and post transition were not as strong compared to Sitnev as well again. Alright, next up on the list is game 3, and this is where Fractal really started to come back quite well. This game also did not go deep into kill screen. You can see at level 30. Sitnev actually topped a little bit earlier than usual, but you look at that transition into 19, Fractal actually, like, honestly, did a lot better this time.
I think you just got lucky. This is on level 30.
I mean, Sitnev like topping out
They
early, you would
entered
say?
kill screen 30k apart, so it's a bit of luck.
Okay. I mean, that's just, I mean, I would, just gonna take it by face value, like, just seeing it, but I can see why you say that, Alan.
I mean, anything that doesn't get to 39 is basically not a good game. I mean,
I mean, most
because at this standard, right,
Yeah.
you need to maximize the amount of lines you have. If you just don't even get to like the end, then it's not really actually.
I mean, it's funny you say that, because we only had 2 games where at least one person went to super kill screen.
It's kind of like Gerald Freeman made a
Yeah.
point that super kill screen doesn't actually matter because most people like are too dumb
Right.
to get to it. They just keep wanting to go aggressive before it, and he's right.
Well, here's the thing, though. They have to be aggressive because they know that there's not as much time. But the question is how they decide to be aggressive. And some people do aggressive well, and some others don't do it as well.
Yeah,
I
mean,
always think like I would be happier to make it to 39 3 times in a row and get swept than win on 30. Because like I don't think anyone has gotten to 39 3 times in a row in modern day CTM either. So like,
Interesting.
I mean,
yeah, like no one actually maximizes 39 that much. We had the argument like 49 was too low or too long, right?
yeah.
But then like even 39 can't get reached. So like maybe we
Interesting.
should just not have a line cap.
I mean, like,
But here's the
40
problem:
at
if you had
least-
a line cap, then matches just go on forever.
Well, I mean, kind of, but like at the same time, nobody made it to 39.
honestly, I think I would prefer 49 cap because
Yeah, me
like,
also.
at least lining out, like, it still like matters, kind of like the skill.
I think 49 changes the meta to a big amount because you can still line up for like the first 10 levels, and if you go ham, you can make up way more. So like
Yeah, there's still
the
that.
49 might be a different dynamic.
still have some
A
level
game
up
scout
aspect.
video idea? Should we do level 49 line cap?
I mean, he
Anyways.
doesn't have much statistics to base it off.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
no, not as much, sadly, but still, it'd be kind of an interesting discussion on the more that he could do. But that's just me digressing. Anyways, let's move on to game 4, and this one now
Wait,
actually went a
pardon?
bit more distant.
Pardon me, interruption. I just want to check because I also haven't seen much of the videos. Unfortunately, is the strategy on post 29? Is the strategy still the same? Right, well, build.
Yeah,
everything
most
like
people
that.
do right well still.
right,
Yeah, in fact, when back to when Fractal got that 1.7 mil, he was playing like as what Chris 10 mentioned. He played 29 like it was 19. Column 10 well for Tetris, and he mastered it quite well. Of course, as what you said, he did get good RNG, but still, it was incredible to see.
I see. Okay. No, I'm just checking because I remember when we first found out about how we can play on a kill screen, everyone was playing center well.
Yeah, he's right. I think center well is optimal actually. The only person who uses it is cheese, but like nobody likes cheese, so nobody uses it.
Ooh!
Doesn't LXT use center well?
Oh yeah,
Or-
Alex D also. But he's kind of
But
bad
he-
at center well, so he moved the right well again.
Okay. That too. Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, but yeah, center well is actually
Cheese, we're
optimal,
sorry. We
according
don't
to
actually hate you.
Stack Rabbit.
I mean,
According
you
to
probably
Stack
won't see
Rabbit,
this,
yeah,
so-
center well is the best. Center well, I
From
think 6
playing-
and 3 are better than 10. Because
playing
the
with
options that you have for
I
birds,
agree.
right, is actually much. How do I say it? Like to uncover a center well, you have so much more options than to uncover a right well. And
Yeah,
for
that's
digs
very
also,
true.
as soon as you finish digging, you get access to your well. It's technically more advantageous, but like nobody has the time to master it except
Okay,
cheese. But cheese doesn't play
like-
anymore.
like it, but for like 39 cap, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Then
and
you
it,
have to.
yeah, and you move the center well at 38 optimally.
Oh,
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, you can
So
technically
right,
get
yeah.
4 right on DKS. It's possible.
Hmm.
But
Anyways,
it's
just
very hard to time.
to get a Tetris
on to game 4. We talked about the game that went to level 35, and with the last 1.3 score right there for Sitnav, but fortunately he got beaten by Fractal's 1.4, and that was when we realized, like Fractal could actually pull off the reverse sweep. And then, of course, you might notice that there's extra score there. That's because he actually did maul a bit after he beat Sitnav that game, and he actually went to 1.5 mil. I believe the reason why, and I think Sharky actually noticed it as well. Had Fractal Tetris out, he would have gotten 1.8, if not 1.9. I just don't remember the math.
Yeah, but that's assuming that he actually.
Oh yeah,
get-
but if RNG favored you, honestly, and if we know how he managed to do with good RNG, he actually could have done it. But unfortunately, RNG just did not go to plan. But of course, that happens. We can't really control RNG by any means. It was just astonishing to see all the
you would
more.
know, right?
Oh,
Like, the 29 pace range is so
Oops.
large. It's like you can do like the post theoretical max is like 1.1 mil or something. So like, if you enter kill screen with like a 1.3, you can be at rollover at like 33, right? Then you could get like 2.1, 2.2. It's just like all possible.
Hmm.
But like
no one's good enough.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So crazy to see. And then the Tetris rate, 79%. I mean, actually I have yet to mention about the Tetris rate, but you can see the Tetris rates are pretty consistent till now, with the only ones below 670 be Sitnavs, but that even then 67, 68, not too shabby all the more. I find it funny, by the way, there was no 69%.
Are you sure? You check every single game.
Well, at least for this particular match, Lancelet.
I think Kingsman like saved it for his own delight.
Yeah. But still, these scores are pretty insane all the more. And of course, we go to the decider, and I'll be honest, I want to get you guys' opinions on what happened with the decider, because honestly, I felt it was a bit more of a mess, but I want to hear what you guys think.
I think they both got bad RNG actually.
I agree with that, yeah, but I mean, I mentioned that you can see right there, I put on top right before transition, there were 4 droughts, 3 of them, 36 piece, 33 piece, 33 piece.
Oh, he's gone again.
So that's still pretty insane how crazy the droughts were leading up to that.
I think Fractal got lucky.
But
Again.
Because like on 35 it was completely clean. Then they decided to put like he put a J vertical on 8-9 to set up a Tetris well because he had like a 3 wait Lancer like he set up a J and then there's a hole below the J. He turned it 180 to set up Tetris readiness. And then after that he
But
didn't get the bar and then he topped. But then Sinef also topped.
oh,
Like he was completely clean on 35.
I mean, would you agree with Sharky saying that was like the most like crazy like last game for a decider? Like the fact it was so back and forth, there's so much RNG to be dealt with.
I mean, it would have been crazier if Fractal topped out with 0 points and Sidnef topped out with 1 point.
Yeah. I agree.
So,
Anyways, I mean, yeah,
wait,
Lola,
can you like, I want to see like Sidnef scores. Like, I want to see if she has like 1 point pushed down for every game.
Yeah,
yes,
they do.
yes.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Wow.
Wait, but Fractal has like
3,
Yes, like-
3,
Awesome.
0, 2, 3.
he's trying to out Sidnef.
Out Sitnef.
No, not gonna happen, bruh.
I mean, he
yeah.
did win, so I guess he did.
But yet,
Opposite,
Fraxel did it. And honestly, it's quite funny that he reverse swept Sinef, and I will mention why in due time. Because guys, we are not done with analysis. Well, firstly, here's the match totals for those of you who are curious. Fractal with a slight point lead overall compared to Sitnev. And then Killstreak Tetris, he had one more than that. But the average level that all of them reached throughout the 5 games, 33.4.
Yeah, that's really low.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard to actually talk about these stats now because this is just the first year that we do Super Kill Screen. But boy, I can't wait to see what will happen next year. If this ends up being pushed up to like 35 or something like that, oh boy, we could have some stats to compare.
Yeah,
I think they should push it up to. They should push it up to 38.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
That would be good.
Also, like CTWC stats are like very bad to use.
Yeah.
Exactly for the same reason that like you say like people play way more conservative because they can't top out. Right?
They don't want to top out because it's like
So
once in a year
it's a really bad indicator of like in general improvement because it
Yeah.
could still be 33 next year, but like it could be like 39 in CTM. So like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that, honestly. Alright, now with that, time to look at all top 8 competitors, and that is not talking about the Big 13. I'm talking about the people who actually finished 8th place or higher. Whilst these are considered like 8, 7, 6, 5th, they are mostly just based off their number of games that they won and their losing total score when they lost. So the first person in particular is Noah Dangler. 3-1 against Red Shirt, 3-2 against Rhubarb, then lost dog to a sweep. But I'm noticing something very outlying with his level 19 games. He actually has the lowest percentage of games that went to level 19 transition.
Okay, so what's the percent?
Let me do the math. That should be 66%.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah,
actually.
no, especially with this level, like the fact that his games did not go that far, he didn't really had that much practice. And the level 29 games, he had less than half of them going to kill
no,
streak.
but like he's good at 19. He had 15 maxes in
Yeah,
the call.
like
Yeah,
It's probably
but-
just nerves.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, he admitted himself that he. I remember in the interview when he got interviewed. Like, by the way, this is actually a picture I screenshotted during his interview. He mentioned that he did not expect to be number 2 seed, but I felt like that was more of a hindrance, in my opinion, than an advantage. And unfortunately, he had to face Dog in top 8, which was not ideal. But overall, I mean, his scores are fine. I mean, non-force top sadly was 114k against Dog, and that was unfortunate. His highest score non-Mullen, that means his game that he probably mostly like topped out early on, was 1.1 mil. So
what do you mean by non-force top out? Like,
so that means that I take the score that he got when his opponent topped out.
oh, okay.
and more importantly, when they did not carry on as well. It also might include like a score that they won with, that they still topped out early on, but they still
So
won with.
he get like 5 Tetrises and then just die on 18.
Maybe if I remember correctly, he had I think it was like a misdrop or something like that on that game against Dog. It was very shocking to see that. Although funny thing now, as I said before, that was the only game that did not go to level 19 transition. Next person to take note is Pixel Andy. I mean, honestly, this is a very undeserving 7th place. Would you agree, guys?
He got swept by Fractal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
could've
and
taken
he
it.
did not
Swept by
play
Fractal.
badly. Like, he actually, if I go back to the slide that's showing that his match against Fractal, that total score is 3.7 mil, and that, if I'm not mistaken, is the highest losing score throughout the entire tournament. That 7th place was so undeserved, but that's just how the cookie crumbles with a match play format.
You could have taken a better picture of him though.
Yeah. Like, his high score 1.36, that was the game that he lost to. That was the last game he lost to against Fractal. That was just how great he played, and just unfortunately just faced people that, well, were way too good.
Yeah. Oh well.
That's why. 3-0, 3-1, 0-3, all 10 games went to level 19, only 2 of them did not go to kill screen. So he actually had good practice. It's just that, boy, Fractal was just on another level. And in his interview, he said it himself. I mean, what can you do when your opponent goes 1.7?
At 1.8
Yeah,
or higher.
or like punch him.
It's almost like in bowling where you have to face a perfect game. What can you do against it? Nothing. There's no.
Rolling ball.
It's like bowling.
90
There's
degrees
no
and roll the
defense
ball.
in this esport.
But there is though. Like you have full control of what score you get.
I mean,
you score better.
but you can't send, like, as you mentioned, it's not like modern Tetris where you can like send bricks
Well,
to your
you have the
opponent.
same RNG, so like it's kind of your fault if you lose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
If
can just copy
SPS
your
wasn't a
opponent.
thing, then yeah, you could blame RNG. But
that's true.
that's the problem with SPS.
That's true. But still. Anyways, next person in particular I'll talk about is Alex Thatch. I mean, would you guys say that he played better this year than last year? Disregarding the fact that he went further.
I guess I didn't watch, so I don't know.
Was he more controlled, would you say, maybe? Alan? Tim?
No, he lost the Sitnef because he decided to build a 5 left and not hit the 5 left.
So
Like-
just bad tapping?
Well, no, I think it's just the last year he lost because his CRT had an issue. Also, his controller was double flipping and like not hitting 4 taps.
Oh, wait, really? Oh, yeah, I actually
Yeah,
forgot
yeah.
that story.
And then this year he lost just because he was aggressive.
Way too...
So, like-
Ooh. But would you say he
So-
was more controlled this year than last year, maybe?
He's never controlled. So like,
Oh!
but if you have to watch like any of his CTM matches.
He goes
like
very
a
aggro.
50% win. It is a 50% chance to win.
Wow.
Like the whole tournament, right?
So he just has a 50% chance to win every match.
Wait, every.
Isn't that the case for every competitor, technically?
I mean, if you're bad, then no. But
Ah!
if you're good, then it should be more than that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, understandable. I understand what you mean. But still,
No,
though.
but like, no. He could have won it. He just like he got a bit unlucky with one of the 5 taps.
9 games went into transition level 19. I think one of them, it was an early top up by Renz, if I remember correctly. But only 5 games that went to the to kill screen. But
I
still,
mean, this is actually kind of a shit run because like, Aaron is a tapper, and Renz is a roller that doesn't play much. like-
so you're saying that he did not really have as much
He
strong
got an
competition.
easy route to top it.
You know what? Actually, you're right. I would say. I'm not saying that he did bad. It's just like he just had an easy round. Unfortunately, just ran into Sitnev. Again, wrong person at the wrong time really can make a difference, especially in a round robin match play. Round robin,
Sure,
excuse
but
me.
like-
Match play format. Sorry.
You should
Not-
have
not
had like average average score, non-intentional. Average non-early top score, like the.
I mean, I will have to do even more research on that and also like
No,
judge
it's
for
available
myself.
already. I think all the CTWC stats are all stored already.
Oh wait, you mean they already just sort? Oh, I might have to check that later. I said I made all these stats like literally the few days after CTWC 2023, so I definitely did not really have that intel yet.
I think I think for now, I think the ELO spreadsheet should have a few, like, everything laid out for you nicely.
By the way, speaking of ELO, Alan, was Eric's loss to in round of 48 the now like the biggest upset?
No. There's no way. Costa's like a good tapper also.
Okay, thank God, my record still stands.
I don't think
Right.
Eric's elo was that high either, right?
Yeah, it's quite low.
Okay. Well, good thing my record still stands then.
Oh, Elo is kind of like
Bad indicator, yeah.
It's kind of misrepresented. Like for people who only play masters, there's no way you change your Elo that often anyway. So it's like kind of unreflective nowadays.
And like it's like capped at like 1.35, which is
Yeah,
kind of
also.
cringe.
That's
Like imagine if it wasn't capped at all. Like
Anyways, I mean, overall, still a great performance. I mean, his lowest score, you can see non-force top out was a 1 mil. Like, he can still play consistently. It's just that, as you mentioned, might be too aggressive, and when you go too aggro, you pay the price quite easily.
I think like honestly nowadays maybe we should not consider 1 million to be like consistent, right?
Yeah, not at all.
Because you have a lot more lines than you used to.
I mean, consistent max out, but just not consistent high scores, you could say.
I mean, just get to 39. It's like it's not very difficult.
Tch.
I mean, if you get to 39, then like, if you don't win, then that's sad.
I think, well, here's the thing, and I think I echo James Chen with this. When you are pushing each other to the limit, like each other to the limit, it feels as though that neither of you could easily top out at that point. And it's to the point where you yourself have to probably play more aggressive. Otherwise, you might not win because you know your opponent might not even top out at all at the kill screen. It just feels it that way. But now knowing that people will be more aggressive, possibly, I could easily top out through the carelessness. Maybe next year people might have a different mentality around it and might alter their strategy because of it. But that's just my prediction, and we'll just have to see in due time if that plays out.
I mean, honestly, I feel like the 39 cap has been around for long enough for people to adapt. It's just a matter of getting better at, not dying and stuff.
I mean,
It's just a skill issue at this point.
Yeah, it's a big skill issue.
I see. Again,
The quality of gameplay in Masters is significantly better than CTWC, which is like, yeah, I know it's kind of indicative of like how CTWC is just like, it's like a
Sorry.
mini safe, don't die or else embarrassment tournament.
Oh my
Like
god.
nobody plays at a high level anymore.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, if you
And
put
we can't-
Tommy NTG and Alex T in CTWC, they'll probably produce the best match in history, right?
Yeah,
But,
they'll get like
because-
double 1.7.
Exactly,
stuff.
because they don't care, which is what it should be like. But because everybody
Yeah.
cares now, that won't happen.
Ooh.
Yeah, you need to get Gerald Freeman in here somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait,
exactly.
So would you say that it might be
got it
better
correct.
if CTM plays a part in what happens in CTWC?
I guess they could like.
Like, maybe like a CTM could be like a ranking system where, like, first place gets how many points, second place gets how many points throughout like the season, and throughout 12 months, like who gets the top, basically.
That's CTL, but like.
Oh yeah,
Only
true, that
the
is CTL, what I'm talking about. I don't know. Maybe there
yeah.
should be a higher CTL in that case.
I mean, if Gerald Freeman or Tommy NTG or any other CTM competitor was at CTWC, it would be much more interesting.
Oh well. Maybe in the future, but we'll see. Anyways, now on to fifth place. There's Huff, who had the higher losing score compared to Alex Thatch, which is why he's 5th place in the list. 3-0 against Pokey Nerd, 3-1 against K-Poke, which I find funny that he faced both Pokies. and then he
Oh,
will
yeah.
lose 3-1-3 to Scooty. Overall, 10 games on level 19, 7 games that went to the kill screen. I mean, he definitely had to practice, but boy, I mean, he ran into the buzzsaw that was Scooty, who really, as I said before, shined at his young age.
I mean, he's basically like the new dog, except he didn't win this year.
Oh, you know what? I can't disagree with that, sadly. Still though, top 8, nothing to scoff at for Huff. He just, boy, the amount of work he went to is still crazy. Low score, not for top of 578k. I believe that was the last game against Scooty. And then highest score, 1.2 mil. Pretty decent though, overall. I still say he played quite well this year though.
Honestly, I thought he would be kind of washed because I haven't seen him playing in CTM or anything.
Yeah, but like his run is also very easy.
I mean,
Is
the top
it?
seed.
Like, he had to face Capo, which I did highlight on his match, I believe. Yeah, right here, you can see, like, his scores were still a bit decent.
Wait, look
I
at
mean,
the scores.
there's only one
Actually,
game.
yeah, you know, now that I think about it, yeah, you're right.
Wait, no, like
The only one he got forced was this third game against, where he's got 1.2, but otherwise, yeah, you're right, not really much pressure.
he's the biggest advocate of changing the core system. But like because like it's like he's right. It's like such a.
Yeah.
Do you ever wonder why all the top 8 managed to get the top 8? Like it's because the core system is kind of messed up. Like no, you can look at like from Huff to like Dangler. Look at their runs to top 8. It's actually
A bit more on the easy side compared to some other players, which actually
No,
can get to
it's
because
it's
one of which
actually
is quite
so
crazy.
easy.
I was going to say,
They
sorry?
don't have to face. They don't have to face anyone above like 16C until they get to top 8.
That's true. That is true. Alright, back to the main slides. Come on. There we go. On the next person, Doc played Tetris, of course, the 2-time reigning world champion. I mean, Xeno's 3-0. SV almost lost to SV. He actually had the slightly harder of the runs that we've seen so far. 3-0 against SV, 3-2, sorry, against SV, 3-0 against Dangler. But let's be honest, Dangler really did not play to his best this year. At top 8.
Yeah, definitely.
Against SV though, like he actually was on the brink of losing at game 4, so it wasn't like his route was easy by any means. Out of the
British people.
wait, what say again? Sorry, Alan.
He just hates British people.
Hates British people.
Ouch. 3-0, 3-2, 3-0, 0-3. So that was out of the 14 games he played. 11 went to transition, 8 went to kill screen. His lowest score non-forced top out was a 909, so he lost with a 909 if I'm not mistaken. And then his high score was a 1.37. So, boy, I mean,
No,
that's quite. Wait, what's it?
Surprised he didn't get like 1.4.
Yeah,
Wait.
I'm also surprised.
Yeah,
I'm surprised
I mean, that is also quite surprising too for me. But I felt
Cause
like,
like he got 1.4 like way back in the freaking what was it,
In
Lone
the
Star
Tapper
Gold?
days.
yeah, I don't know what ask
Yeah.
though. I think Sharky mentioned this before, but did Doc play differently this year, where since he was trying to mull a bit more on the kill screen?
I don't know. I think it's a skill issue. You don't get to do it.
Yeah, obviously, I felt like
So,
Doc, as I mentioned, I think he struggles a bit more on 18, in my opinion, and he's not as aggressive as some other players when it comes to 29 kill screen. I think he really needs to be practiced more, in my opinion.
He
but
has like 5 mil on 29. Everyone is good at 29. It's just no one knows how to play at 29.
I mean, you have to ask them about their Tetris rate, honestly. That's how we can see if they play good or not.
I mean, he didn't really play that well like last year either.
Yeah.
Like against Eric, he got like
He also got
1.0.
swept.
True, like he topped out earlier than Eric.
He didn't get very high scores either.
No, not that either. Now to
Oh.
third place and the one and only person not in the Big 13. Blue Scooty, my goodness, the Yoshi guy. I'm gonna call him right now. Got a lot of plushies in the tournament, that's actually. And I think James Chill joked about like how every game he loses, he puts a new plushie.
See?
I think he likes the scoreline 3-1. I'm not sure.
Yeah, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1,
Not
1-3.
Zen Pro, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I just noticed the
I
chat. My
think he
bad.
likes to lose a bit of elo sometimes.
Not Zen Pro
Yeah.
already recognizes you, Tim.
Sorry, come again. What?
Not Zen Pro has just joined the chat. He's just called your name.
Oh, hi, not Zen Pro.
Hi, I'm here too.
Thanks for joining us.
welcome, man. We're just talking about this year's CTWC. We're nearing the end of this stream, admittedly, but still. Well, you actually just joined in time to talk about and praise the incredible rookie year that Blue Scooty had. Although, I find it very funny. When I showed this to Nutricy, he also laughed at all this. Look at these scores, the matches. 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, 1-3. Probably just can't get any other match result other than 3-1. Regardless if he wins or loses.
I mean, it's kind of like the least interesting result you can get, right? 'Cause
Exactly. But I'll be honest though, it felt as though Blue Scooty was never pressured the entire tournament till not Fractal, sorry, that's the wrong name. Till Sidnev came in. I don't know why it says Fractal. I made a typo over there, my bad.
No, he has the most like difficult run. He has to face Mouse and Half.
Oh yeah, dude, he faced Mouse and Hub on the way there, like seriously? Like he did not have an easy time up the ladder, and yet he still was poised under pressure and performed pretty much better than we all expected. If he was part of Big 13, he would have been the easy winner for the Darkest Horse. But dare I say he wins Rookie of the Year for 2023, because boy, he definitely performed out of his skin. And out of his age, by the way. He's 13.
But like, we kind of all Lancelot predicted it like majorly in the
Did he?
previous podcast. He was just like, "Oh, do you know who Blue Scooty is?" Well, like, I've lost to Scooty when I was a DAS player, and he was like 11 and tapping or something.
Oh,
He's
jeez.
a very good player, but he's not good in Masters because he's too aggressive. But like, he puts up like 4 million scores. I mean, it's kind of not unexpected. He's just like better.
Part of me asking, what do you mean of Lancelot predicting Blue Scooty?
Like in the previous podcast, he was like, "Oh, you should
Oh, yeah.
have a Blue Scooty," and I think you didn't know who Blue Scooty was.
Oh no, I'll be honest, I wasn't really paying too much attention to this scene, so I wasn't really aware. But then honestly, with his
I mean,
performance, I was just like, bruh.
honestly, I only predicted it cause like he was like 4th seed, and he has like 4 million. So I don't know. It seems pretty like easy to predict that. Right.
Yeah, I see what you mean. But what's interesting is that out of the 16 games he played, only 6 went to transition.
Well, wait, what? Seriously?
Pretty
Okay,
sure, unless I did the math wrong. Oh wait, no. Oh wait, did I do? Oh, dude, did I mess up the slide? Not think about it. I think I did. Not think about it.
Yeah.
Shoot.
It's like that near the end of the presentation.
Actually, hang on. Let me check real quick, because I do have all these matches now. Think about it. So that one, yeah, there was one game that didn't go to it. Oh yeah, no, I definitely messed up. I probably messed up on the thing. In that case, I think that number 6 should be a 12 if I remember correctly. Oh, sorry. Wait.
12.
No, not 12. 6. No, it should be a 14, sorry. And then level 29 should be, if I remember correctly, 11. Because there was one game against Sidneth that he did not go to 29. So I apologize for that typo. I probably will fix that in post so I can send to Game Scout.
Yeah, so I guess there were only 2 rollovers in this CTWC, and he got one of them.
Yeah, he was one of the 2, which is incredible to see.
I think like the last podcast, I said there would be a lot of rollovers, and I guess I was wrong.
Yeah, not this time.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, like as what Alan said, like not everyone was playing at their biggest capacity because this was like an important tournament that no one really wanted to lose.
Yeah.
So I can see why. Anyways, on to now the finalists and second place and the runner-up for this year, Sitnev. I mean, these scores again, they look quite boring admittedly. 3-0, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1. And then eventually loses and decided to Fractal. But boy, his run though, like Alan, would you say this was easy or would you say it was tough heading leading to finals?
I think her run was like. That's what you get as first seed, right? You just get.
Easier
I mean-
people
I
to
mean,
defeat.
Yeah,
Alex T.
that's what you get for first seed. They have to face Alex T and Scooty. It's like it's not that easy, but like they're also very good. So like, I mean, at a high level, no, like you don't really care about who you face, right? You just score higher, which is what they did. They only had a 1.13 lowest top out score.
That's true. I feel like with this kind of tournament, the only problem is that usually if you face like a much lower seed, you know for a fact they probably won't be able to get all the way through. Unless for some reason a high tier player just qualifies barely there. But then again, if that happened, that would be mostly like match fixing in that case, if that happened, right?
I mean,
Oh,
there's
that is
nothing
a very big
restricting.
word to throw around.
I mean, just saying that. I mean, but then again, in this kind of game, it will be impossible to match fix.
No, I mean, there's no restriction for seed fixing, anyways.
Hmm.
If you get 10th seed or something, you get the easiest run.
But how can you consider these players like the RNG being so variable with these seeds? It's almost impossible to max fish by any
Usually,
means.
no, you just enter the last call slot and then look at what you need to get and then just get that.
But then
Just
again,
get
we
that.
know that the higher players usually will qualify first, right?
I mean, they can choose not to, right? They can
Oh wait,
also
they can
just
choose not to?
they can also just
Yeah,
show
they,
up
like,
one day later
choose
and
their own
then go to the really the slow
Oh.
the last call slot.
Hmm.
I
Interesting.
mean, it's not illegal, but like I think Gerald wouldn't care if he
Interesting.
can.
I mean, that's something to note, maybe. But yeah. Let's see here. That was 12, 15. That was 20 games played, and 19 went to 19. No kidding. And 15 went to the kill screen. So he actually played to play. She actually had to play a lot of kill screen in this tournament.
Yeah, that's kind of expected. when
Yeah, but
there's
from the number
actually-
1 seed, I mind you. Like Opox actually took her quite deep in her match against him.
Yeah.
The moral of the story is just get further into kill screen.
Yeah. But like,
She get 1.5. She get 1.5 in the 29 and then top out, and they will still win most of their games.
yeah, exactly. Well, that's the kind of the thing with her being the number 1 seed. Like she had the major advantage, entering it, and that kind of is why she managed to get away to top 2. I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve second place. It's just that her route was a lot easier than most others.
No,
Like I can flash back to when Alex Kerr in 2017. Like he was the number 17 or 15 seed, I remember correct. No, 17 seed. Because he had to face number 1 seed Corion in the round of 16. And
Wait, how did he face the number ones? Maybe 17 seed
yeah,
in the
he
round?
beat 16 seed and then
Oh.
went to face number 1 seed.
Wait. There were 32
Yeah,
players.
number
was it?
32
Oh.
players at the time. Like he had a much harder route at that time, and he had to face Hauser, aka Quaid, in the semis. So it's not like his route was any easy. So it kind of just shows like the lower seed really have a harder time trying to get it out to the top, but the easier seed is just like, oh, it looks like a cakewalk. Well, mostly a cakewalk. Sometimes they will falter, but still.
Okay, Korea lost in round 2. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that was 2017. Of course, we all know what can happen. Anything can happen. Alright, and now we go to our champion. And oh my goodness, this record. Like, you guys can see why I say it's ironic that Fractal's reverse swept Sitnev. Because pass him a broom, he swept everyone.
I mean, he kind of has one of the
Best
hardest
player.
runs. Yeah, he's also kind
I mean, yeah, one of them was a DAS player, but still, the fact that he swept everyone one way or another, whoa.
I mean, I guess Dog and Andy pretty strong also.
Yeah, he beat both the Arcade Brothers, basically. And then went on to reverse sweep Sitnev. Every game, every match he had was a sweep, one way or another, which is funny.
I mean, he gained a lot of EDOL, so like, good for him. Yeah.
That's a lot of elo and a lot of pride to take, honestly. I mean, That's 4 sweeps in a row. I don't think anyone has managed that. Like, Joseph 3-1 against Green Tea and Dan QZ in 2019, if I remember correctly.
There has to be like a full sweep to finals.
I mean, technically
Maybe
Fractal
Jonas would
is
have
because he
probably
swept
done it.
everyone.
I
Wait,
feel like
what
Jonas
about, like-
probably would
Yeah,
have-
Jonas 2018.
Yeah, he probably would
Jonas,
have.
let me think.
Oh, wait,
2017, no, 2017
lost a
he
game to
lost
QC.
one game to whoever he was facing at the time. I remember. 2016 he lost one to Alex Kerr. 2015 also lost one to Alex Kerr. 2013 it was a 2-3 reverse sweep to Harry Hong, so he did not swept. Maybe 2010, 2011, 2012, but I would have to look at the archive to see those games, because then again, I have zero clue what happened then.
I mean, those are best of 3, so it's not as impressive.
Yeah. But yeah, just to note that. But it's interesting you asked that question, though, about Jonas when back in his days. Even then, he was still not as robotic as people thought that he was. He still could have lost, but it's just that his opponents could not capitalize.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to about Fractal. Out of the... Hold on, let me do the math. 17 games he played, 6 of them went to Alumni Transition, only 1 did not. And then 4 of them went to Kill Screen. So he actually had to play a lot of Kill Screen, especially against Eyeball. Like, Eyeball was probably one of the biggest biggest threats that he had compared to like others in the top 16. And Eyeball took the distance on him in terms of individual game. Not necessarily the match, but just the individual games. He definitely asked Fractal to go all the way, if that makes sense. So Fractal definitely had a lot more practice, and of course that 1.7 mil remains the world record for super kill screen in CTWC, which to this day I think we still somehow still can't believe that. And then lowest score in one first top also where he lost 1.1 mil. That was his lowest. Now, Alan, would you say that's consistency now?
But I think like he did not get perfect qual. So like
He was number 3 seed, yeah.
yeah, but his he played well.
He
He
definitely
did he completely deserves the win.
Yeah.
Like he has one of the hardest routes.
And the fact that he had to reverse sweep, like his competition on the line, the fact that he lost last year, it almost looked as though it was going to be back-to-back runner-ups. No, this man, I felt like he really kept his composure, and I felt like he definitely had a lot more fun playing. Like, I'll be honest, it felt as though he was the only one who was smiling consistently when he was playing. He is like the American green tea.
I was just about to say that. The new green tea.
Great minds think alike. And he really, how to say this? He really like sent himself into his own when he did this tournament. He didn't feel as though he was like uncomfortable by any means.
Yeah, I think for Fractal, everyone has been expecting him to win something for I don't know what 2, 3 years, 4 years now. I think he was stopped because the Dog and Pixel and the combo showed up. And
No, actually not. 2020 lost in the finals in his group against Cheese. 2021 lost in the group finals against Tetris Time. 2022 lost in the finals, the main finals against RXES. He actually had a 0-3 record when it came to finals of any kind in CTWC history. This was his first finals that he finally won.
I mean, group finals is not really finals.
I mean, still, the fact that he's the last
it's
step
like
to
a
the
round
top
of-
8, but still. It's
Like,
something to
like-
note about his route to the to this. And he
No, but
finally
he-
pulled off.
He won Lone Star, right? He also won Mega Masters. So
Yeah, but like it's not CTWC, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, like to him, probably not much difference.
yeah.
Maybe, but still. It's still worth noting to point worth noting to point. Wait. Actually, I that's sick already. Noteworthy. Sorry. To point about that. But still, fantastic
Yeah.
consistent gameplay, and honestly, I was just enamored by how he was playing it that's why we mention again every so often. He played 29 like it was 19.
Wait, but like everyone can do that.
I mean,
Everyone at the
he
top 8
better
level
than
can do
anyone
it.
else, in my opinion. Maybe better than Sifnet, but that's just up for debate.
I mean, you could look at it two ways, right? One, you could look at it as he's like the best player in the world currently. Then the other, you could look at it like he had a really, really, really good day, and he managed to capitalize off it. And like at the end of the day, he managed to win, which is the most important.
Yeah, and now he becomes the 6th champion now. Joining, of course, the likes of Jonas Neubauer, Harry Hong, Joseph Saley, Dogplay Tetris, Eric XCX, and now Fractal 161. Oh, man. I mean, that's an elite lineup that he joins, just saying. And he's the first one to win for the Penguin, yay.
Wait, oh yeah, Eric had a shock, right?
Yeah, Eric have
Yeah.
a shark. Alright, with that said, this is mostly for me and Lancelet now, but now let's actually talk about this. The biggest shock and the darkest horse. Now, I know the biggest shock, straight away we will talk about Area ICX, but if we exclude him, who was truly the biggest shock of the tournament?
Honestly, I don't think there were like any like shocks that were like that, like huge that I can think of.
Wait, technically, Eric's wasn't a shock. It's not even an upset. He's literally
mean,
last seed.
Like his qual was a big shock.
Yeah, I mean, that was the biggest shock, honestly. But if you want to discount him, then who else was the biggest shock? Maybe amongst the top 13, per se?
A shock is the biggest shock is that Yobi didn't win CTWC.
Yeah.
I think Scooty is definitely someone like with a whole new face that we didn't expect to go so far in the tournament. I think that's one shock, I guess we could say, especially against I would say relatively veteran players, like as in at least in CTM, you know.
Miles and Hop, yeah.
I guess like those guys getting taken out, kind of a shock.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. And the fact that, actually now I think about, yeah, you know what? Miles actually might be the one. I mean, granted, he had to face a higher seed, but at the same time, we would expect him to try to go far. This year he
Miles?
I mean, I mean,
you just
yeah,
got
Miles.
unlucky.
I don't think we were expecting him to get like to like top 4 or anything. I
Yeah.
think like it makes sense that he lost to Scooty because Scooty is very good.
But to a rookie player? I mean, granted, I
he
know
lost
his
to me,
ability, but
so, like,
still.
It's like anyone can lose to anyone at the highest level.
That's true.
So like
Hmm.
there's no shock in losing.
I think also, I mean, generally speaking, even at the lower levels, right? If the pieces, the RNG just gives you pieces to your playstyle. Like me, my playstyle is that I like to keep the top of my stack very flat. But if you give me a Z burst, a T burst, an S burst, I would top out very quickly. You know. I'm just giving an example. So if the pieces are playing in anyone's favor, then of course that person's favor to win that match, right?
Yeah, but you can also like just stack better.
You could be better. Yes, I agree. I agree.
But like I don't think there's actually that big of like a seeding shock. If you like search up like the highest difference between seed number and final position, I don't think there would be too big of a difference.
I mean, the one closest I can think of is when Matt Martin, the number 27 seed in 2019, got to top 8. That might be the biggest difference, if in my mind.
I wonder what the biggest like difference will be this year.
Yeah, I mean for like this year, because it doesn't seem like there would be.
I
I think I know the answer to that question, actually.
we can just look at the bracket.
Yeah, and I think about it, now I think about it, it might be Doge, number 22.
What's his final?
Actually, no! Wait, whoa. Actually, either Doge or Dog, which ironically, Dog, he was number 10, and he got to top 4.
I mean, it's Dog, so I think.
And then-
we
Oh, sorry,
already
go ahead.
had like pre-existing expectations of him.
Yeah, that's true. If we disregard
he
the
only got-
seeds.
We only got low seed because seeding is not a good system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there will have to be an overall thing to be able to like the judge. I mean, Darkest Horse, I think we know the one person we're all gonna say together. That's Scooty. Like he came out of nowhere on debut. Almost Corion like, if I may.
Yeah, but he's like the opposite like age. You know.
I say Corion like, not Corion aged. Anyways,
Yeah, but
Yeah lah.
I don't know, I'm joking around, but still, it was impressive to see a 13-year-old kid make his debut and absolutely enthrall us with gameplay that we never seen. Let alone, like just being able to topple some of the veterans, as you mentioned, Tim.
I mean, yeah.
Age might not play a big factor. It could also be like because they're young, they don't get nervous as easily.
Oh,
Like
I mean, yeah, that's very
they have-
true. Like
have more free
unawareness
time.
of the situation.
Yeah, and they also have more free time.
And I mean, let's be honest. This kid at age 13 is about to get the biggest paycheck of his life, which is almost like about $1,000, if not more.
Wait,
Maybe
which
he
position
has
did he- Sorry.
Maybe.
Which position did you finish it?
Top
a
4.
place. Yeah.
4. Wow. Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, the
maybe he's-
Matcherino doubled the prize fund. So if my math is correct, he should get 7.5% of that, which is about. Oh, hang on, give me a moment.
Oh shoot. Oh, sorry. No. It's not. I'm sorry. I'm not making noises regarding to our podcast.
Us.
No. I'm playing Breath of the Wild right now.
Oh no, no worries, no worries. That's about actually that's about 1,000 plus that he's getting from this tournament for debut year. That's incredible.
Right, that's like
That's-
enough to pay for his flight home. So like,
I feel like he might have gotten funded by his parents.
No, I think he earned his. He just got a part-time job. He pay for his own
Ah,
hotel
at
and
the
flight.
age of 13.
he also like runs like a mafia or something.
What? Excuse me?
Yeah, that's how you got to CTWC.
Never mind.
Yeah, he like threatened the organizers.
Yeah, I think
Bruh.
that's
We went to Vince Clemente's house and it was like, pay for my shit and I'll put up a good show or something. I don't know.
yeah. Or like your thing will get a lot of viewership because like I'm young.
Yeah, and I have connections.
And yeah, there. Don't play with me.
What is going on?
Okay,
Anyways.
that's one more slide, right?
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
is our final thoughts, guys. I mean, this year has been insane. I mean, I myself watched the whole thing throughout. I managed to watch the whole thing throughout off screen. Boy, one CTWC to behold, let's just say.
Yeah.
And this is just the start of the Super Kill Screen era.
Yeah. I guess we can talk about like the other stuff that happened this year. Like there's the silver tournament and what's it called, the old people,
Legends.
the legends.
Yeah, I mean, the Legends tournament, I honestly great idea, and I really like the fact they have given respect to those who have kind of founded this whole tournament.
I don't know what happened like that. Won.
Buko won the Legends tournament, I'm mistaken,
Oh, nice.
and Scotto Bozo won the silver.
Paulo Bozo, how is he a veteran?
He is
Silver.
Oh, silver. I thought.
Buko won the Legends tournament.
Yeah.
Scott Obozo is like also like a veteran.
You know, ironically,
Yeah.
he actually competed in 2019.
Did Harry Hong play like
No.
anyone?
Harry Hong did not
Oh,
play
he-
anyone.
Why?
He was there.
He was there.
Wait, he was there? Wait, where did he finish if he did?
I don't think he played in the tournament.
I was gonna say, I don't think he
like,
played. I remember the bracket. I don't think he did play.
I think like Sharky said like Harry wanted to play him or something. I don't know how that went.
It's like those back to those days when we had the money match between Jonas and Harry.
I don't know.
So we have a new one,
like-
Sharky versus Harry.
I mean, those are the only I would say those are the only two like top level DAS players left in the tournament in the scene.
Yeah.
I mean,
mean-
maybe not two of
I
them,
mean,
but like
yeah.
prominent ones, I guess. I would use the word prominent.
Well, there's like Tugi, there's Mark, Migas,
And I think some of the rollers
Bad
actually can
Boy,
play
let's not
dash
forget him.
at a high level as well.
Matt Martin.
there's like NGC, man.
And some,
I mean,
some
that's
of the
quite
top,
it's quite a lot actually.
actually some of the top player, the rollers, was it Mouse? Can actually play dash really well also, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Andy
Okay.
and stuff.
Then I stay corrected. Okay.
Still though, like the performance they pulled off was just incredible. Ooh. I mean, for me, right, it was just one thing in the whole. I'm actually quite sad that I did not decide to wake up early just to watch the final day, because honestly, this was one CTWC like that I can probably remember more than last year's one, honestly.
Yeah,
mean,
but that's cause it just happened, right?
Well, no, I
Probably.
mean, I feel like down the line, I would still say the same. Granted, I know, yeah, the recency bias, all this stuff, but still, I feel like I would still remember this more than 2022.
Honestly, I think I feel like 2022 is more memorable to me cause like it was the first year after like the online era.
Oh,
And,
so
like,
like,
the first
yeah, the
with, like, rolling.
post-pandemic, all that
Like
stuff.
rolling was like really strong like this year. I mean last year compared to like 2021.
True.
yes.
Very true.
I mean this year was pretty good too, but you know. Yeah.
Tim, your thoughts?
My thoughts. Like as much as I love Tetris, it's not worth waking up at 8 a.m. Singapore time to watch it.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know. I feel like it might get to a point where I mean it's gonna come to a point where this is gonna get boring again. You know.
Yeah.
It got boring until Joseph showed up and then showed how tapping could win everything, and then it got boring again until all the new kids came in and say, "Hey, look at me tap," right? And then it got boring again. Then Chi said, "Wow, look at me roll."
They see me rolling.
Yeah, and I don't know. To an extent, I think it got boring again until. Sorry, it didn't get boring, but it just started to get interesting, and I believe that, I mean, it's sooner or later it's gonna get boring, and I wonder where this will go next. You know.
How many years would you see it would take before it gets boring, in your opinion?
I give it another year or two.
Give it another year or two. I mean, we'll see. I mean, we'll never know what else could be implemented to help like improve the scene, but we'll just have to see in due time. Alan, your
For me-
thoughts? Oh,
Okay, I guess I'll go first. Like for me, I feel like progress has been a bit slow like recently. Like in terms of like skill, even though like there's still like a long way to go. So I would say maybe at least 2 or 3 years. Yeah.
you see 2 or 3 years the scene will improve, basically to a point where we get even more exciting matches.
I mean, yeah, like until like it gets boring, like Tim said.
Hmm.
I think we still have a good amount of time left. And I guess like after that we can still do other stuff. I don't know. Like I don't know, like we can do no next box and see what happens.
Oh.
Or something like
Yo,
that.
actually, no next box is rolling. That actually could be interesting.
I mean, no next box is like kind of stupid, but it's also kind of funny.
Yeah,
fun
it
at the
is
same time.
funny. I'll be honest. Man, actually, not think about it. There were no specialty tournaments this year, were there?
Nope.
Oh, that was
they
the
didn't have time.
Legends, I guess.
Yeah, it's just a legend. That was
That's-
it. There was no like no next box. There was no sprint. There was no mind meld.
I guess they
Ran
Don't
out of
have enough
time.
I mean, I did mention in the CTWC Discord, you know, because there were a lot of people asking for bronze bracket. Saying that, you know, it's really an logistically impressive to pull off both the gold and silver bracket at the same time, over one single weekend. And I think adding bronze to it, or to that effect, any other side tournaments, you know, it's just gonna be pushing everyone's logistics to the limit, which is, you know, we don't want that to happen.
At that point, they would have might as well bring back online qualifying. if they decide to do that, which would just complicate things even further.
Yes, but which is exactly also what I said. I said, hey, we physical quals it will be easier for us to regulate hardware. It was actually a huge issue in 2021 CTWC. How are they going to regulate the hardware? How are they going to approve or disapprove hardware? And then if you approve one and not the other, you need to answer people why not? Why do you not approve the Retron HD? Why did you not approve the retro bit? Kind of stuff. Everyone's gonna have a comment about something somewhere, and I think it's just gonna complicate things a lot. Yeah.
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 I mean, actually, like, yeah. So like, some days ago, there was some people talking about on CTM. They are like saying that like, how to say, like, it's like CTWC is like the only like esports or like regular sports tournament where they spend like half the time like not actually playing the like the matches. Like calls like take really like a huge chunk of the time.
True.
Like
true.
compared to like any other like esports event.
I agree, but again, unfortunately,
Yeah.
okay, so I do recall very vividly. Some people were making noise, saying that, hey, why can't we just use elo as
Yeah.
seeding method? And immediately a lot of people shot it down because
Yeah.
there are some people who cannot just cannot play as regularly as some others, and their elos are gonna get stuck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was about to say the same thing, honestly, with that. It just feels a bit unfair if you have like one person is like, oh, I have this thing that have been occupied for so many months, end up not being taught because they didn't have enough elo. That'd be kind of a weird way to do it.
Yep.
Alan Bot, and
wait,
how about you? Any
yes.
last thoughts about this year? If he wants to give his thoughts.
Maybe AFK.
Maybe FK. And then I'll go first then. Next, I should say. I mean, I will agree with you guys' sentiments. It's kind of interesting to hear about what people have said in the discourse themselves, because admittedly, I've been too busy to join those calls. Overall, I would say, yeah, definitely there's some issues that still have to be ironed out. And there's still a few technicalities that still kind of skew the performances that these players have, because especially in this era that we're in, it just feels as though number of max outs just doesn't do it anymore when it comes to like ranking the best of the best. That said, there's something that actually came to my mind, and I'm not too sure you guys will shoot down immediately, but I might as well just suggest it straight away, and that is, what if qualifying had same presets?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, there's like way too
it's-
many people, right?
Yes.
I mean, like, how many like people would quad at the same time?
Now here's the thing, like, imagine if everyone had like, what if like there were like 20, maybe 20 randomized seeds, and that everyone will play, and then the number of max out, they will see how many people get how many max outs basically on those, and ties will be determined by, like by how fast they were to get their max outs. I know this sounds like a very niche idea, but this is just like the surface.
I don't know. Like, I think 20 is way too little, cause considering people are getting like 16 max outs already.
Yeah, that's
Like-
that's what I mean. Like 20 may not be like the number, but maybe something higher. But maybe maybe a different
right.
qualifying could try and shake things up, and as you
Like-
mentioned, not make it too boring to watch.
Like,
Like,
different
I think-
qualifiers. Sorry. Yes. Go ahead, Lancelot.
So like, I think like having same seed will not be much of an improvement because they are playing many games, like 16 or so games they can get in, and like at that point, like the randomness from different presets, it doesn't like make much of a difference overall. Like, and if you're a good player, you should be able to max out even with a bad seed. So yeah, I don't think same seed is like very helpful at all. Maybe if you change the format, then it would be better. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I would want to suggest like a round robin tournament instead of a bracket style tournament, but
Takes too
again,
long,
it's
right?
going to be very logistically challenging.
I can see what you're saying. But at the same time, yeah, that'll be quite long because if we go back to 2020, where there were 8 groups of 8, and we did a round robin, that would just mean there will be a total of, let me do the math. That would mean there will just be a total of 14 matches in No, that's wrong. What I'm talking about. Hang on. Wait, how many matches would that be? 28?
A lot.
I mean, yeah, the answer is a lot, but I'm just doing the actual math. I think 28 matches in total. And if you think about it, if everything is going to be a best of 5, that would be at least 84 games played. That's a lot already. In fact, that's actually way more than round 0 and 1-1 combined.
Yeah, and I think like round robin is like not as exciting to watch as knockouts.
Yeah, exactly. Like, people want to see the end games.
Yeah.
They don't want to see
I-
no Liberty War.
Yeah, one suggestion I saw, right, is like instead of having 2 hours to get in as many max outs as possible, you have like a fixed amount of games, like maybe like say 5 or 10, and you see, like, I don't know what metric you use. Maybe like just take average score, or maybe like
Wouldn't that
average, like,
disadvantage the tappers and the dasses?
I mean they're gonna be disadvantaged anyways, right? So might as well get it done before the tournament starts. Like, yeah, so like maybe like average, or like average, like minus out the highest and lowest scores, like as like to like, so that you like measure like consistency more than just getting high scores.
Same P sets?
Uh
No, I don't. I disagree.
nah, not really.
Same
I-
P sets
actually,
for tournament was
yeah.
pushing it, but I would still
Yeah.
agree with the decision. But same P set for calls, no, is that's too much. No.
I think like Cheese was saying, right, that same sets doesn't, it like doesn't make as much of a difference as you might think, because like if you do players, you make different placements, like eventually, like, you know, the pieces, like it's not really the same, right? It's just you get same pieces in like completely different situations. It might as well be different pieces. But like but at least it makes it so that like droughts are not like uneven between the two of them.
That's true. I mean, yeah, that's actually the reason why they had to do that, which is because they don't want droughts to be one lopsided at some points, because that could possibly happen and sometimes. But yeah, maybe we're to the point that we had to get rid of that, but we'll just have to see if they end up doing it. Doing any changes, and what could be discussed in the future. I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, honestly, I highly doubt they would change anything anytime soon. Mainly because, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I mean, they did add the 39 cap though, so
They did.
Yeah, I was gonna
guess
say
they are
that was
willing to
broke
push.
because people. It was
Yeah.
broke because people broke it.
Yeah. So that's that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But like this thing is like not as big of a deal as the infinite kill screenplay though, so I don't know what they will do.
Yeah, I mean
if they
that's
do
the
it.
one thing they want to avoid. Like that's the one thing I feel like they might have to avoid, at that time because.
oh, wrong direction. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, actually, I lost my train of thought. Sadly. Wait, hang on. The infinite kill screen situation is one they want to avoid because they don't want to lag the time. Granted, I know for a fact they were 1 hour over their allotted time at the Retro Gaming Expo, but that was just because of the fact there was just so many like close long matches.
No, 1 hour is actually fine. You know, initially when back when during Jonas's time, like they used to, they could even like overrun like by a few hours. In fact, like late into night. I think 10 p.m. or 10:30 or 11, something like that.
Oh.
Oh,
Yes.
wait, 11 p.m. Damn.
10 or 11. I forgot one of those two.
Hell.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah. I remember that, like, was it 2017 or 2016? They were mentioning that, oh, it's the end of the tournament, and the whole place is empty except for us. That kind of thing,
That's true. That's very true, actually.
I think the bigger problem is that it wasn't as exciting. Can play forever.
That's
You know.
that too. Yeah, that too.
Yeah. I guess another thing I also want to point out is also we have to think about the Twitch experience. Like, how is it like to be watching on Twitch? They also have to cater that in as well. So it's like a very difficult balancing act that they have to pull off. And at the moment, this is the best way they can balance, despite the fact some of them are still offset. So, I mean, we'll see what happens in the future. We end up getting a ultimate fix that does manage to balance everything well. But, I mean, we'll just have to see in due time we do end up have a solution or not.
I think CTWC will, like, I think if they do anything, they'll probably follow what CTM does. Like, I mean, if CTM like makes any changes, because right now I don't think CTM's like score system is that good for CTWC either.
No, actually, wait, hang on, let me think. It's not that good because that if they go by CTM method or qualifiers, that will lock up the game for a lot of lower skilled players and people who cannot play kill screen.
Maxed out is just that one thing that seems attainable to both, to all playstyles.
Yes, that I agree.
So it has to be
Okay,
achievable. I guess that's the one thing that the qualifying must be. The goal must be achievable, relatively
Actually,
and reasonably achievable.
actually, like I don't think like being achievable is like should be like the main like focus. Actually, because
Ooh.
like what's the point? What's the point in getting into the bracket if you have no chance of getting any further, right? Unless like you have to pray that your opponent like screws up majorly.
Like what happened with Sharky, basically.
Yeah, but yeah. Like
Yeah.
okay, like so like let's say we did like average of 2 over 1 hour for CTWC. In that case, like to get like into top 48, I think Des could still get in. Like yeah, cause there's one time like Mark Migas got 1.2, like average of 2 in 1 hour. I think that would be more than enough to get into like the gold bracket still. And I think it's like cause I don't know, cause like it would be at least be better than what we have right now, cause it doesn't cater like to desk players unnecessarily. So I don't know if that's the good way of putting it, but like yeah. Kind of tired right now actually.
I mean, understandable. I mean, we're going for 2.5 hours, and 40 minutes of it I was deafened.
Yeah.
But I mean, still, I'm glad we've done this podcast. I'm glad how they went out. It's a bummer that unfortunately part of it is going to get cut out. Well, I say cut out, it's just that there's no audio. But all the more, at least we did get to talk about the main things, and that was round 2 and beyond. Because boy, those matches were crazy, and I can't wait for what next year will bring. I mean, regardless of what changes they will make, regardless of what new players will step up to the plate and prove their worth against the veterans. But with what happens then, until then, excited for next year. I think we all are.
Yeah, for sure.
Say so, yeah. I agree.
With that said, that's gonna be it for today's podcast. Oh boy, 2 hours and 40 minutes. That might be the longest podcast I've ever done in the series. 26. It's taken for me to run this long, but man, this was a fun time.